Hello everybody, welcome to The Spread, a safe space where we get to discuss everything about sex and sexuality. This is a safe space. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can get these videos popping up onto your screen every time I release one. I'm Kaz and I'm going to be your host for today, as I am every other time, I suppose. And today I have the opportunity to answer your questions. There is a link in the description box below that says Ask Me Anything. If you have any questions that are specific and you'd like me to answer, please feel free to ask them on there. If you are following me on Instagram, this is how I push for the Ask Anything. So today is the first episode of Ask Anything. So I have my laptop over here perched on my bed and we're going to begin. Our first question reads, is sex overrated? I simply can't seem to find pleasure in it, and I found myself faking orgasms all the time that I've had sex with both genders. I have an overly active mind. I know what I want. I'm into light BDSM. I have yet to explore it fully with a partner. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I have only experienced an orgasm by myself. And I don't mean touching myself necessarily, but I just cross my legs, apply the right amount of pressure, and I get the best orgasm of my life. Am I broken? Oh, I have a hot water bottle because it's so cold in here. First of all, no, you're not broken. You're different. Just the same way I'm different. I don't orgasm like you, so I'm different. That's all it is. And none of us are created equal. None of us are created the same. None of us have the same way to get off. So I'd say the thing with orgasms, especially if you are a cis woman who's writing this email, the thing with orgasms is that it's much harder for women to get orgasms. The rate is like 80% of women don't get orgasms from penetrative sex. Already that's hard enough. I actually have a whole video on it and I'll put the link in the description box below so that you can watch a little bit more information on that. But you're not broken, you just orgasm different, and perhaps your labia or the hood of your clitoris is placed differently in order for you to be able to press your legs together to achieve this orgasm. So all it means is that your body is built different, and you're lucky if you can get that, because I tried that shit last night and like there's nothing I can do to rub my legs together enough to make myself have any kind of pleasure. I don't even feel it at all. Light BDSM is cool, like a bit of bondage maybe, some like impact play, spanking or slapping, or maybe using some household tools for spanking. I just say try to communicate with your partner exactly what it is that you want. Take things really slowly and don't think of orgasm as the goal. This is my best word of advice. Think about sex and the sexual experience that you're having as a trip, like you and your partner are having a trip, and the destination isn't important because you're having so much more fun just being in the car vibing. You know what I mean? Our second question. This one is actually quite long. I recently started dating a guy who we've been friends with for 2.5 years. We've been dating for 3 months and we have so many issues. And all this time we've been dating, he's been going through a lot. Not doing well financially and it's causing him to have really bad mood that caused him to go quiet for a week. Then I'll reach out and I'll be there, then we'll talk for 2 days and he'll go quiet again for days. It's been happening a lot over the last 2 months. I like this guy so much and would do anything for him, but the going quiet a lot makes me not feel very emotionally connected to him. And our phone calls are less than 10 minutes. He's not a texter since he is broke. I'm the one who usually goes to see him, but because he's been moody and broke, he doesn't want to see me anymore. First of all, that's a red flag. It feels like you're partner is having issues communicating with you, and that already just feels like a red flag. So I think communication is the most important part of our relationship, and if you don't have that, then you can't have anything, because you need to be able, it's like it's the foundation of every household, it's the foundation of every relationship. If you're able to communicate with your partner, then chances are about everything, then chances are your relationship is going to work out a lot better than if not. And your partner is probably going through some kind of a depression, not having any money, not feeling like a man, because the patriarchy is the one that decided for us that men's worth is based on money. So a lot of these things are bringing him down. And yes, you do have to be a lot gentler and softer with him, because it's probably like raising a child all over again. But also he doesn't know how to navigate those feelings and those emotions of not feeling like a man, right? So you've been really kind and graceful with him all this time, and I can understand that. But he is struggling with this part of his life, and he's also struggling with telling you the real truth of why it's so hard for him. And if he can get to the root of that, then that would be great. Let's see what else you have to say. Now, the issue I've had is that I'm a virgin, for lack of a better word. Yeah. And I wanted to wait with this guy until I felt I was emotionally connected, but we're becoming more and more emotionally connected because of the issues we've been having, and now said we shouldn't have intense makeout sessions because he said there's no need of getting each other that horny then stopping. I had already noticed he's withholding the intense kissing, and it's making me feel like I'm throwing myself on him, and most of the time I feel like I'm the one who's always initiates the kissing. My issue is I ask him in a joking manner why he's torturing me, and then he said, isn't that what you've been doing? He said this to me when he was slightly tipsy. But the thing is, it's not like I'm not having sex with him to torture him. I'm just not there yet. I'm 24 years old, by the way. That was a long email. I hope I was able to read it out the way and express the feelings that you have. If you're not ready to have sex, that's great. You can wait for whoever it is you want to wait for. The conversations around you not having sex shouldn't disturb you, because if you've already made the decision that this is something that you want to do and you've created your boundaries, it's not anything you need to discuss, even just like in a teasing manner or in a way that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. You've set your boundaries. You've made yourself clear about some of the things that you will and won't do within the constraints of this relationship. But more importantly than that is what your partner is going through. And I feel like it's really important to get a mediator, somebody who is neutral to you both, and neutral could be somebody who actually loves you both equally, maybe like a family member or something, or a close friend that is mutual to you both, and have that person come in and sort of like take the role of mediating conversations between you, because communication is the thing that is letting you down at this point, not anything else. And the intensity of their sex drive or their sexuality or whatever it is, the connection will always withdraw if somebody is if somebody is going through a kind of depression, which it sounds like your partner is going through. So it's going to be hard for them to connect. I really hope that's been helpful. I think you should see someone. I really think you should see someone, but I hope that's been helpful for you. Next question. Hi, Kaz. So I'm in my 20s and I'm looking to explore my sex life. I'm currently a virgin. I get so many messages from virgins. Virginity is a social construct. I have more on a video on virginity, which I've tagged in the description box below. And I want to have sex with my boyfriend, but every time we would try, I'd be so in my head that we wouldn't be able to do it because I'd stop being wet, so I'd get unbearably painful. The more we tried, the more frustrating it got, and I started to think that there's something wrong with me, because it seems like sex comes so easily to everyone. Sex doesn't come easily to anyone. You have to learn your body. If you're doing things for the first time, nothing comes easily for the first time. So if you're learning something for the first time, your body has to adapt. You have to learn what is comfortable. There is nothing wrong with you. People keep asking if there's something wrong with them sexually. It's a question that I get so often. There's nothing wrong with you. We're all different, every single one of us. The more we tried, the more frustrated I got, and I'm starting to think that there's something wrong with me because it seems like sex comes so easily to everyone except me. I started exploring masturbation just to get comfortable with myself and learn what feels good to me, but I still have a lot of anxiety around sex and masturbation. Please give me any beginner's tips to sex so that I can try out because I really want to be sexually active. Thank you in advance. For starters, be patient and kind with yourself. You're still young. You still have so much time to explore. To be completely honest, I think I started fully exploring my sexuality in my 30s. So I like that you're focused on the fact that you want to be sexually active, and you can, as long as you enter the space safely. And that also involves finding partners who are safe for you at that period in time. So it's very important to look for somebody that's going to help you create or add to a space that you've already created for yourself. So for example, when it comes to masturbation, you can create a romantic atmosphere for yourself. Light some candles, play some music, just sort of relax and get into the moment. Maybe that involves like smoking herb or like getting a glass of wine. Not anything that I push on people that are not currently doing those things. So alcohol or any type of inhibitant is not necessarily good for you if it's not a thing that you regularly participate in. But if it's something that will help calm your nerves, a minimum, a glass of wine, a couple of drags of a spliff will always help you relax if it's your thing. Just trying to find the things that turn you on. Are you like more like a visionary person? Would you much rather watch something that was exciting? Would you like to listen to something that's exciting, different voice notes? Or would you like to read something? Are there certain foods that turn you on, the way they're eaten or the way they taste? Is there certain smells that turn you on? If you want, you could light some incense, maybe burn something like an oil or something, rub it against your body. Those are some of the things that I would suggest when you're having some time to yourself. So I think that it's important to first figure out what are the things that you like. So spend more time with yourself, even in the shower, just like while you clean yourself. Does it feel good when I touch my nipples? Does it feel good when I touch the nape of my neck? Or just completely make love to your own body until you figure out what it is within yourself that you enjoy. And then you can share those things with a partner. Now, one of the things that I like to tell people to introduce into their play with their partner, especially in the beginning, is like mutual play. It doesn't necessarily have to be masturbation. It can just be, why don't you sit on that side of the bed? I'll sit on this side of the bed, and we can just sort of like play games. And it's just like, I dare you to like softly caress your nipple, or I dare you to do stuff, or like show me the ways in which you like to get pleasure. And sometimes that could lead into like a mutual masturbation situation. And if it does, it's great because you already know how to play with yourself, and then your partner gets to watch you do it. They get turned on by it. You might get turned on by watching your partner please themselves, but you also can see how your partner likes to please themselves, so it's easier for you to please them, and the same for them with you. And I think more than anything, take things really slow. Don't try to rush yourself. Don't try to rush yourself into an orgasm either. If it comes, it comes. But be really slow and intentional with all of the movements that you make. Honestly, everything will come in due course. Don't rush yourself. You're in your 20s. You are still young. And you will find that the slower you take things, the more it's absorbed into your psyche. And the more that you're more confident about the thing, to be able to share with a partner and say, actually, this is how I like it, and get comfortable in that space. That's what I would say. One more question before we wrap it up. And if you guys have any more questions, there's an Ask Me Anything tab in the description box below. You can ask absolutely anything. If I haven't read out your question, it's because it's similar to somebody else's. So I've sort of like answered the questions at the same time. Let's see, one more question. Hi Kaz, I hope you're keeping well during these times. I appreciate the work you do and the sex positive message you work so hard to spread. I see what you did there. I like your content and keep doing what you do. I also wanted to find out if you have any leads to where one can get a safe elective abortion in Kenya. I will really appreciate the information. So this information is for you. I hope you haven't run out of time. As you know, in Kenya, the law was recently changed. Abortions remain illegal, but you can have an abortion under certain circumstances. And one of them is that the gestation period is within 10 weeks. And that's actually the safest time to have a medical abortion, which is the pill abortion. If you want to know more about abortions, I have an abortion video linked in the description box below, as well as a podcast. So there's more information for you on there, including some of the people that you can reach to. Now, with the laws having changed around abortion, it's actually safe to ask your doctor where to go to have a safe abortion. And you have to be willing to show your doctor that you fall under the unless part of the law. Abortions are illegal unless. So if you can fall under the unless part, and there's more information in my other abortion video, then you can talk to your doctor or your gyna about where to get a safe abortion based on the circumstances that you're telling them the abortion needs to be had. That's all I can actually say on the matter. I hope that this has been informative for you. If this video is too short and I probably need to make it longer, please let me know. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this Ask Me Anything segment. I really like it. Some of your questions are so bomb. And by the way, no question is too stupid. So please feel free to ask me anything. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I will catch you next week. Maybe. If the gods of consistency allow. Until then,